Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Me and my friend will present about the assignment of thermodynamic. This assignment will present for Professor Madya Technologist Dr. Muhammad Zahir bin Hassan. He is my lecturer. So me and my team choose heat pump as a title for this assignment. Me, Muhammad KHALIS LAMANI bin SHAMSUDIN, my friends Muhammad HARIZ bin HASRI, and Mohammed Abdullah Nasser Sharaf. So we go through to the introduction of heat pump. It is a device that pulls energy out of air for the purpose of either heating or cooling a space. So this is process and known as a space conditioning. So it's operate as a heat engine in reverse, as they work from an input of electricity to push heat from a cool place to a warm place. So there have three type of heat pump, which is air to air, water source, and geothermal. So this is the type of heat pump that consists of these three type before, which is air source, ground source, hybrid, ductless mini split, and absorption heat pump. So for the air source heat pump, it is an air source heat pump that can provide heating for your house or a business place. The heating is required. The liquid refrigerant in the outside coil extract the heat from the air and evaporate. After they evaporate, it passing into a inside coil where the gas return into liquid. So we go to the next, ground source heat pump. These have higher efficiency than the air source heat pump because we find that the temperature in the ground are generally more constant than the air temperature. So we go to the hybrid heat pump. The hybrid heat pump is array basically along another energy source such as a gas boiler, which together provide a more constant source of warmth at a higher level of efficiency. For the ductless mini split, it is an individual unit that can be wall mounted and it used for particular room. This heat pump does not require ducts to pass heat into room and also suitable for retrofit on houses. And the last type of heat pump that we will present is about the absorption heat pump. This heat pump is driven by another heat source, such as solar heated water or geothermal heated water, rather than electricity. This heat pump is mostly found in industrial process in the past, though more commercial units are being developed for larger residential home. So we go to the next slide. So here we show that the diagram of the heat pump process from the type that I will present before. So the first diagram is shown a ductless mini split heat pump, and the second is the ground heat pump, and followed by hybrid heat pump, the air source heat pump, The last one is the absorption heat pump. So here we can see the flow or the process of the gas or liquid flow in each process of the heat pump. That's all from me. Then my friend will continue the next slide. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammed. Today I want to present about heat pump. Okay, a heat pump is a device that pulls the energy out of air for the purpose of either heating or cooling a space. For my part, I want to present about when to use heat pump. Firstly, during the heating session, heat pumps move heat from the cool outdoors into your warm house. Or second, during the cooling session, heat pumps move heat from your cool house into the warm outdoors. Because heat pump move heat rather than generate heat, it can provide equivalent space conditioning at as little as 1/4 of the cost of operating conventional heating or cooling appliance. Okay, next. How does a heat pump work? Air is blown over an evaporator coil, transferring heat energy from the air to the refrigerant. That heat energy is circulated in the refrigerant to a condenser coil, where it is released as a fan blows air across the coil. Through this process, heat is pumped from one place to another by two operations: heating cycles and cooling cycles. Okay. Heat pump will become ineffective when the temperature is between 25 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat pumps do not operate as efficiently when temperatures drop to between 35 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit for most systems. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I am Muhammad Abdullah Nasser. I'm going to talk about the heating cycle. The heating cycle of a heat pump works by taking heat in from air outside and warming it up further, and using this warm air to heat indoor air. It does so by the following process. So we have here, as we can see, four processes tell us how the heating cycle work. So the first one is that the liquid refrigerant absorbs heat in the evaporator from the outdoor air, turning it into gas. And the second one is that the refrigerant is put through a compressor, as we see in the diagram, which raises the pressure of the gas, increasing its temperature. The third process of heating cycle is that the hot gas flows through condenser coils as we see in the diagram, inside the space to be heated. So those hot gas flows through condenser coils inside the space to be heated, and since it is at a higher temperature than this space, it transfers heat to the room and condenses back into liquid. The fourth one is that the liquid finally flows back through a valve that reduces its pressure in order to cool it down, so it can repeat the cycle. As for cooling cycle, it is the cooling cycle of a heat pump is used to cool a space by removing heat from it and expelling it to another area, usually to the outdoors for air conditioning or to the room for a refrigerator. So to do this, the evaporator and condenser coils, a switch rolls, and the flow of refrigerant is reversed as it is illustrated on this diagram. We can see all the stages of the cooling cycle. Lastly, we can conclude that the heat pumps may be at a heating choice, maybe will be choosing as a heating choice in the future, and also some amount of energy needed in form of electricity can convert or change heat from a low temperature to a higher one, and moreover can be used to power radiators and heat the water in a boiler. Thank you so much.